Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Giants. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
They go play action with Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now it's Jackson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Fourth down, here's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I know they got the first down. But, Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense seeking his 3rd Super Bowl title. He is no stranger to the big game.
He's not a stranger to it at all. In fact, I think he's very comfortable with the stage that is the Super Bowl. We know it hasn't all been roses for him because he's had his share of disappointments. But just when we write him off, his guys always seem to deliver. And here he is now with a chance to make history and be one of just a handful of coaches with 3 Super Bowl rings. That's impressive.
in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. And Wilson with it, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, here's Mon. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner. A really big loss. To try again after the sack. Mon. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. We're scoreless after 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night. And 3 points not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking, just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. A first down run by Barkley, unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning. Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way. They go play action now. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. On third down, Jackson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hughes. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. On second down, here's Barkley. They juked him. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. On second down, here's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter. And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. His first carry, their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one. Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner.
than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Mond's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And they go play action here. Mond. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Mond. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Browns continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. and I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on, so plenty can still happen.
Wiggles free, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A handoff as they run the counter play. Powers through him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
You certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Mon looks to throw. Past the 20. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Browns will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is the logical.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that
one. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a quick. They've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He dumps it off to Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
120 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Now Mon. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the gun, here's Mon.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On play action, they'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson escaping the pressure right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And finally wrestled down at the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And who's got it? The Giants!
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. Back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses yelling at the offense to take care of the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns.
Going the other way.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Browns drive about to get started. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. He's going to look deep for more. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Giantsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for two. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's second down. Here's second and 10. Bond going to throw it.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Browns are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And this is incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
Now Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Kenny Galladay.
48 yards.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2nd and 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And I think the ball's out. And this will go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how this one will come to an end. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crowd. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building